You are now tuned in to the motherfucking Ambition Hour podcast on Worth the Wait Radio. You ready?
It's the Ambition Hour, baby. It's the Ambition Hour, baby. It's the Ambition Hour, baby.
Yo, and welcome to the Ambition Hour podcast. It's your girl, Claudia Renee, on your airwaves, and this is episode 157. Yay.
It's the Ambition Hour, baby. It's the Ambition Hour, baby. It's the Ambition Hour, baby.
Hello and welcome yet again to another beautiful episode of the Ambition Hour podcast. I am your fine ass, beautiful ass, humble host.
Respectfully.
Claudia Renee, and I am coming at you for the 157th time in a motherfucking row. Very blessed to be here. Very grateful to also have my co-host, House 600 in the building.
Yo. I'm back here doing what I got to do, making sure Audi looking right and the sound is all right. And, you know, we're going to keep on rocking out.
Yeah, he making sure I look right, look tight. He's also my co-host.
Got the light on bright.
Yes, that too. See, that's why you the rapper.
Come on.
That's why you the rapper, because I was a bar.
That was weak bars.
What were you going to say?
They can have that one.
I'm really proud of you because What Else Is New is doing very well on Spotify.
Yeah, What Else Is New is now at 2,000 streams. So if you
20.
are now 20,000 streams, excuse me, my bad. 20,000 streams. Please, if you guys are listening, keep on listening. You know, just pop in the album. Then after that, listen to Ambition Hour, and then pop in another album. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you're one of those people that are studying or doing something like that, you know, like do an hour on with the music that you could vibe. You know, that you could vibe, or maybe that you could tune out and just, you know, just focus on the books. And then that hour you really want to get that self development, you could listen to the Ambition Hour.
I know that's right. That's a nice little bundle package that we got going on over here.
Come on, we care about you here at Dub T.
At Dub T Dub, which reminds me, it is WTW Saturdays, and this is where we drop a new podcast every single Saturday. And like I said earlier, this is the 157th time that we've dropped on a Saturday, so I'm very grateful. And we're gonna start the episode how we always start it. Hav, what are you grateful for?
Time, and that the fact that you got to keep on believing in yourself. You got to keep on keeping on. There is a woman that passed away. They said that she didn't start her acting career. I think Claudia's going to talk about it a little bit, into the age of 30. You know, and sometimes we look back like, damn, you know, I should have kept on my grind. I should have want that. If it's really for you and you really want it, just keep on going it. But don't sit and wait. We could create it, you know. We're going to keep running it up, like I said, with the numbers, and goals are going to get knocked down and keep on going. We're coming to check a motherfuckers at they jaw, Claudia, this year.
I know that's right. We coming for the jaws on these bitches.
What about you?
This week I am grateful for, the first word that comes to my mind is clarity. And I'm going to be talking about that a little bit later as well. But just clarity, understanding the truth. So
the truth will set you
free. So I'm very grateful for that. This week brought me the truth, clarity, even like peace. Amongst other things it brought me. Well, like I said, we'll get into that a little bit later. I did want to go ahead and start off with saying rest in peace to Cicely Tyson. She passed away by natural causes at the age of 96 years old. If you are not aware of who is Cicely Tyson, she is an actress, a wonderful Black actress who was a staple in the Black community and just in film, period. And like I said, she died of natural causes. She's somebody that we acknowledged at all at all times of her career, just because we knew that she was already at an older age, and you just we gave her flowers. She always did like great acting gigs and stuff like that. And I'm just, at first I was really sad. I was just like, no, not Cicely. Cause I felt like, we just celebrated her birthday not too long ago, like her 96th birthday. I remember posting it on my Instagram and just being so like grateful to still have her here with us. And not so long after, you know, she passes away. And I want to say that I don't even want to be like I'm sad or anything like that, because like I said, like how Hav said, like she started acting, and her career launched the biggest when she was 30 years old. You know what I mean? And she got to live and act until she was 96 years old. Now she ain't have no wife. I mean, no husband or kids. I'm not saying that that's what helped her with the longevity, but there isn't no study that says something different.
She had no one holding her back.
Exactly. So she was able to have a very long, consistent career. She's leaving a legacy for actresses to come to show that you can have that type of career in Hollywood, because imagine you started acting when you were 30 years old, and she was in a movie last year. In that
Crazy.
in that Netflix movie with Tyler Perry. Not with what's that? No, he's not in the movie, but it was his movie. What is it? Act of Grace or some shit like that. I don't know. It's that ashtray bitch movie that was on Netflix. And she was also part of some of the Medea movies as well. Diary of a Mad Black Woman as well, if I'm not mistaken, the Family Reunion. And she played some voiceover, and she just did a lot of great things, and she had a great career. So like I said, it's very sad and unfortunate to have lost one of the greats, but at the same time, baby girl lived a good life, and we gave her flowers while she was here, and I know she's in heaven just doing good.
I know that's right.
So rest in peace to Cicely Tyson. Rest in paradise, baby girl, ma'am, queen. Rest in peace to Cicely Tyson, and condolences to her family.
All right.
I feel
on.
Is there somebody else who passed away? I feel let's talk about Kobe's
anniversary. It hit a year, yeah. But also Larry King passed away over the other weekend.
Larry King. I read somewhere that he did over 10,000 interviews. Damn. And as someone who interviews people, I think it was a bigger number than that. But I'm going to say 10,000 to be on the safe side. It is kind of crazy to just think of the thought of having done that many interviews. I haven't done the math of how many I've done on the Ambition Hour podcast, but I have to say that maybe 60 or 70% of the episodes have been with an interview.
Yeah, sure.
So out of the 157, I would say maybe it could be like 110 or something like that. That'll be that maybe we're just interview. Actually, no, I've done a lot of solo episodes. I'm going to get that number for you guys next time. But I can just think about like having to interview and the conversations that you have with these different type of peoples and what you learn and what the techniques, even as an interviewer, what you learn. And maybe I feel like after a while, because even for myself, like it gets to a point where it's just natural for you. So it's like, it's not even like a job anymore. It's just like, oh, all right, who we got coming on the show?
Yeah. All right. And not for nothing, Larry wasn't just, waiting to get died and that was it. He actually did it through all these different eras too. Yeah. Because not so long ago, he was doing his own show and his own series on YouTube, so that he was interviewing, more modern and contemporary artists and stuff like that. So just, salutes off to him and the legacy that he leaves behind, and, just prayers and condolences to both of those families. And Kobe Bryant. Like, just doing this whole 1 year thing is kind of crazy. Yeah. My dad kind of put us to the side, or put me to the side, and was like, damn, it's already been a year. Like, that's crazy. And it's just showing you how much time is passing by on us. Yeah. And that's why I understand why you're saying, like, about time and having it. And we take that shit for granted sometimes. We do. I know I do. This is that hour that's going to re-energize you and get you right. Yes, sir. Get your ambition back right. Hype me up. Yes. So like how Hav said, it has been a year since Kobe passed, and I feel like a lot of us remember the moment that we all found out that Kobe passed away and how we felt. Every day since then, I feel like I have thought about that passing of Kobe Bryant, because it's still a death that like just doesn't sit well with me, it especially like with it being including his daughter and a couple of I think it's 7 other people as well, and it's just very unfortunate, very sad. I feel like ever since his passing, nothing has been the same, like at all, and it's just been a whirlwind of emotions. And I do want to send my love to the
Bryant family, Vanessa, Natalia, and the girls. Also, Pagasol has just been like an amazing person throughout this whole time since he has passed, and playing the uncle role for the girls and being there for Vanessa. And he just had a daughter, his first child, so he's also a girl dad. So it's really dope, to see that. And life after Kobe, unfortunately for some, is harder than others, especially the family. But I do want to point out this. I always point this out on Vanessa's strength, like the strength for her to continue to be the mom that she is, continue to because she also has other things that she does and ventures, and she also is in charge of Kobe's estate at the end of the day. She was the one who was left with that. So she has to kind of like continue his legacy. And that's a big job, especially there is no time limit on grief. You know what I mean? Like there's no, like you can't tell anybody like, hey, you have 5 days to get over something. Have. Sorry. That's like an inside, that's like an inside thing. So
you do.
That's like,
even you got an hour to keep that shit pushing. Shit happens every day, B.
Yeah. So you can never put a limit on how long somebody's going to grieve, especially the loss of their child and their partner. Yeah, like I said, condolences. And I mean, I'm sure that a lot of the listeners as well are feeling some way about Kobe's passing as well. Like, it's not just, you know what I mean? It's not just the family, it's the fans. It's even people who didn't even like really follow his career like that, but knew who he was and what he stood for. And it still affected them in some way. It's Kobe Bryant, right? Legends live forever.
Legends live forever.
Forever and ever. And also rest in peace to Larry King. Like Hav said, I just wanted to point out, he's a media personality, so it's something that you aspire to be. So, and he did it, and he had a long career as well, like how Hav was saying. So shout out. Rest in peace, guys. I don't know. I don't know how to act sometimes when it comes to death, because it's very sad, and it makes me sad, and it makes me think about life and things like that. But I guess this stems from having death be a part of my life so young, like not having my grandmothers and knowing that they weren't here because they had passed away. You just kind of like come to terms with like, oh, okay, so like,
people go.
Yeah, people go, and you don't even get to meet them. You don't even get to experience them, but they're going to be a part of your life forever. Like both of the people in my family that have passed away, my grandparents, they are a part of my life, even though they are no longer here. I never met my grandmothers, and they have been a part of my life every single day, because at the end of the day, they were the ones who carried my parents in their womb. And we've talked about this on the podcast, like how that transcends between generations. So yeah, so that's why I feel sometimes like, death is just like, because I feel like we should still celebrate what they did in their careers. Like we're talking about,
shout out to
grandma. Shout out to all of them, for doing what they needed to do while they were on this earth and doing it.
Maybe to whisper into God's ears, hey, steer him this direction a little bit.
Yeah. So definitely to that. Let's shift some gears. I haven't
starting with death, man. We starting the bitch side. Come on, man.
You know what? It's because I just wanted to get out of the way. Not that sounds so inconsiderate, but like honestly, like guys, like I don't want to like. There's times where like I can wait till the end of the episode to like talk about stuff like this, but I feel like let's celebrate them now.
Yeah.
Let's get their life lit in the beginning, and get that and. Going to going to the good shit. Like now let's really kick the shits. You know what I'm saying? Like I even came in like shy a little bit. Like I haven't been doing this for 157 episodes.
Nah, yeah, humble host, respectfully, yeah.
Right. So I want to talk about the Verzuz, the Keyshia Cole and Ashanti Verzuz. We got to talk a little bit about it with Jax. Shout out to Jax for coming through. If you haven't checked out last week's episode 156, I need you to go check that out. Jax put the fire in the battery pack. That's not the saying, but I didn't want to say in my ass because that sounds kind of weird.
Whoa.
Like, because people say the fire in my ass, and it's just like,
He was busted?
Yeah. Busted. So I just wanted to shout out to Jax for coming through. We did have 2 guests back to back, so it's the first solo episode in a minute. So I want to talk my shit. And so first things first, I was on the phone with Vontae. Now Vontae was on episode I think 73
Another shout
2-1. Yeah, so shout out to Vontae. I'm on the phone with him because we were talking about some things that he's planning on doing out here in Miami. So we end up talking about the Verzuz battle. He ends up saying how Ashanti, he ends up asking me like, oh, so who do you think is gonna win the Verzuz battle, and why is it Ashanti? And I'm like, first of all, sir, it is not Ashanti who is going to win this Verzuz. It's going to be none other than the Queen, Keyshia Cole. So yes, with the Bay Area energy, my guy. Listen. So I ended up telling him the reason. Okay, so
never been the phone.
Yes, exactly.
He being biased too.
Exactly that part. And now, okay, I'm definitely being biased because Keyshia Cole's from the Bay and I'm from the Bay, and we from the Bay. But at the same time, like, listen,
Keyshia, y'all from the Bay in this episode too, man. Go ahead and rep it. Y'all got a 24-hour pass.
Y'all got a 24-hour pass. If you're watching this on Sunday, you're a little late. No, I'm joking. You got the grace period till Monday.
Facts, yeah.
So
super taqueria for you.
Oh man, I would definitely go for some. Damn, now I want tacos.
I do want Tiago's. We'll hit that up right after this, bitch. And shout out to Tiago's, man. Y'all need to hook us up with a promo code or some shit because it's the Ambition Hour and shit. Y'all be open until the ungodly hour.
For real.
Are we gonna talk about her? Let's talk about her.
Okay. So I don't have like anything like specific that I'm talking about. So we're vibing today because I feel like, it's a solo episode. We vibing. I'm drinking some wine. It's the libations and all that shit.
Pull up.
My drink about to be done because I was drinking before. But we'll go back to what I was saying. The Verzuz battle. So the Verzuz battle was really dope. Keyshia Cole won. Listen, Keyshia Cole to me is like my older cousin who was putting me on game when I was younger. So see, now check this out. When
boom,
when I was going through my first breakup with my first little boyfriend that I had when I was like 15 years old, Keyshia Cole was talking about that I should have cheated.
And you felt every bar.
And I felt every part.
He was like, you dumb motherfucker.
I was going through it and I was just experiencing so many different things. And now that I think about it, something that I experienced with my first boyfriend, it has continued to be a pattern in some of my relationships, and I'm triggered. I am so fucking triggered. What the fuck? Okay, so so Keyshia Cole was like that older cousin that put me on game and let me know, like, you should have cheated.
She got you through it too.
She got me through it. And it's funny because the Verzuz battle, it got postponed a couple of times. It was postponed 2 different times because Ashanti contracted the virus.
Allegedly.
If you don't know, the virus is the coronavirus.
I ain't never seen a test. I ain't never seen a screenshot.
They should have. You know how when you test. Oh no, but they don't ask you when you test positive at your job to send something, do they?
They was, man. I'm just saying to you. I'm speculating that she was scared. She was ducking the smoke.
She was ducking the smoke.
I would have been ducking the smoke too.
From Keyshia Cole, I know that's right. See, the thing is that, okay, so the first thing that I want to say to start off about Ashanti, even though we've already started talking about Keyshia Cole and her winning.
It's all respectfully.
But no, yeah, great. But what I want to say about Ashanti, because I want to talk a little bit about the battle. I want to talk a little bit about the battle as well and like some things that happened. But
cook up, queen.
What I want to say about Ashanti is that Ashanti, for the majority of the early 2000s, she was very prominent in radio and music videos and all of these things. I remember coming home and watching 106 in Park or on BET or any place that was playing music videos. You were seeing her or Ja Rule on the screen, and most likely together as well, because they had so many songs that were coming out and they were summer bangers. Like, you think about Down For You, like that's a summer banger. You think about Always On Time, another one. Like, just like these lovey-dovey early 2000s R&B with the hip hop rap like cut in it, and that was like a sound that was developing towards the end of the 90s era. So for them to have come into the hip hop game and to have her voice and to have his voice, and that contrast of hardcore with soft melodic R&B on a song, it just made sense with alongside the amazing beats. So I'm never negating the fact of what Ashanti has done for the culture, what she has done in her career. Like, she has done songs like you think about Foolish, like that's a breakup song for real. But that's not the first song I'm playing. I'm playing a Keyshia Cole song, okay? I'm playing a Keyshia Cole song because that's who I'm feeling. That's who get me in my bag when it's time to go. You know what I mean? So I never want to deny that Ashanti had that type of career. But now the battle ends up happening. Of course, you start hold on, let me pull up the playlist for this. But I did want to point out the fact that Keyshia Cole has helped me through probably all of my heartbreaks. Like all of the ones that I literally have gone through, like Keyshia Cole, like I played Just Like You, and off of that album alone is like, to me, that's what makes her win.
Even some recently.
Yeah. We're gonna talk about that too. I'm being so dramatic right now because I'm just like laughing. But
it's basically like, it's kind of like that whole battle, like between the artist that makes you feel something, and like it's like they talk about the pain, and then there's an artist who you vibe with and you party with. One is both are necessary.
You always need both. You always need
yeah.
both.
So what was the list? What were you gonna say?
All right, so let's start off with "I Changed My Mind," which is the song that introduced me to Keyshia Cole. That one wins for me against "Happy."
Bro, this is 20 zip. We gonna really go down the line?
Yeah, we're not gonna go down the line like that. But she also played "I Should Have Cheated." "The Way That I Love You" was Ashanti's rebuttal. "Enough of No Love," "Don't Leave Me Alone." Okay, so I'm just gonna say the songs that
why Ashanti played, what was it? So Into You? Did we get an explanation from that?
Well, I believe she wrote it and had original vocals
on it,
on the first version, not the official version. I
heard she was supposed to be at the video, but they didn't make the video, so they took her off of it.
Jaw was like, nah.
Jaw was like, it's murder.
Jaw was like, wait, y'all gonna have it on the beach? Nah. That's what we do in our videos. So Ashanti plays Southside, and listen, Southside reminds me of my first boyfriend. So fuck that song. Fuck that song.
That is one of Ashanti's songs that gives you that feeling, that what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that like the nostalgic, the lovey-dovey,
the raw emotions of human, because all of us go through love. You know what I mean? Like that's the most.
Yeah.
Or heartbreak. Like sometimes it's a little bit more relatable than oh baby, and like I wanna like okay like. Sometimes shit ain't cute.
Time for me, I just want love, baby. Okay, so a project that I have been pointing out is Just Like You by Keyshia Cole, and I feel like there was some songs on that project that she could have played, opposed to some of the other songs that she played that I feel like her fans don't necessarily know like that. So, so there's just like some songs that I wish she would have played. Of course, she played Let It Go, which is like a classic. Such a great battle. People were upset because they were saying because Keyshia Cole got there late, but it was because of her sound and her screen was blurry. And I get it because honestly, like, guys.
Bro, it was hair and makeup. So what?
No.
So what?
But on some real shit though, if it is what she's saying about it being blurry or like something like that, like for me personally, for myself as well, like if it was coming out blurry and it's something like a Verzuz, not even a Verzuz, if it was blurry right now of us recording the podcast, I would be like, no, like we're not recording until this is fixed. Like period. Like you're not gonna have me looking I'm not gonna have my makeup done. Hair, makeup, lashes is on, and I'm gonna be blurry. Nah, we could wait. They could wait. Whoever can wait. And even if it was hair or makeup, she's not gonna go on if she ain't ready. I ain't going on nowhere if I ain't ready either. You see, like you know what I mean? Like yeah. I'm the type of person to be like, oh, we starting at 8 and this bitch walking in at 9:30.
11:30.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. Like, we're at the end of the day,
I'm
like,
gonna be late for that.
Yeah, exactly, Hav. Exactly. Like, I'm gonna be late for that. So, it is what it is. I do want to talk about the Stucks have been causing a stir, and I want to take it to I want to take it to our stock correspondent because I just invest the money that they tell me to invest. Just give them what's going on so that way
the stock market is going a little bit crazy. Of course, the big thing that everyone's been talking about is the massive gains of people that have been the earnings that they've been receiving off of GameStop. Now, this is because there was a shortage. Basically, they've put, since GameStop is close to getting bankrupt, or I believe filed for bankruptcy, their stock went plummeted and went all the way for the lower. Their shareholders started selling all that they can. But now, where it's at $300 or so dollars, so if you bought it at $4, you could only imagine what your profits are looking like if you bought 300 at $4. Let's say 300 shares. So that and then what that's doing is bringing in more people, I think, as well, because also like, we already kind of fucking with Robinhood since the COVID shit. Everybody, comment below and let us know, because, like, a lot of people were thinking about that more now. I guess these stimulus checks made us think about, let's play with our money, or fucking the working at that job is never going to get us rich, right?
Yeah.
So why not? And sometimes we fuck off shit, we fuck off $100 getting drinks one night, or, getting some food while we go out, or, so there's always some shit that happens, that makes you spend the money. So why not? Of course, we said Bitcoin. Me and Claudia, we invested in Bitcoin this week, or this past week. This week. So just basically treating it more like a savings account. Now is the time to do that stuff. I think I'm a little bit more convinced that the U.S. dollar is gonna plummet. This is not gonna the U.S. dollar is not gonna be valuable in a couple of years or so.
Wow. And
also, but that's just me. I don't want to go too deep on that with y'all. But not yet, because I still want to do more research. But Bitcoin, I mean, just simply saying, like, guys, like, this is something that, like, with me, I had money in my savings and shit, and, like, you thought it was cool, but, like, putting it in Bitcoin and it doing more than what your savings was giving you, rather than those $2, those $3 that you would get like on a day, or maybe even $3 on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
Why not just have it in Bitcoin, treat it as a long play and do that? And of course, a lot of people have been talking about Dogecoin, which started off as a pure fucking meme. Some kids were just like, we're just going to fucking make a Bitcoin and make it a meme. Yeah, I mean, or Dogecoin, start calling this shit, and then it's built up to what it is now. People are saying that might go as high as $1. There's a couple other stocks that are out there, guys. All this shit is speculation, though. Don't, take that advice if you want to. If you think you could never invest money that you don't want to lose. If you cannot lose that money, or you're like, yo, I got to pay my rent, I got to do this, I got to do that. This is play money. This is just like if you went to the casino, you was at the casino, or you was about to bet on the fucking Super Bowl.
I don't know. Yeah, I agree with that, Hav. Thank you for that advice. Because something that I will say is that when the pandemic first happened and I lost my job, I noticed, and someone also told me, shout out to CAB, that the Disney stock was fairly cheap. And I didn't have a job at that time.
That's really our insider.
Yeah, he is. We should get him on so he can come.
I was going to say, we don't got the insider on the call. That's why I switched up the voice on them. I try to sound a little. No, I'm kidding.
I think
it would sound different.
Something for me. I'm sorry, guys. Let me just get real comfortable.
Get real, Justin.
Quick.
Come on. Yeah. We home.
Okay. So something that I did was, when I knew that I didn't have a job coming, I didn't know where my next source of income was coming, I decided to go ahead and buy the Disney stock anyway. I don't advise that, because if you need the money.
Claudia was feeling the way that.
Yeah,
morning.
like
she
that.
Was like, fuck it.
Yeah,
y'all.
like that day. Honestly, I was just like, you know what? Honestly, like, I have a really good feeling about this, and I trust Carlos enough to know that getting it now is a smart move, as opposed to getting it later, because I knew at that time, especially being someone who loves Disney and loves going to Disney, that eventually it was going to go up again. So I had that faith in the stock, of course, and of course it went up. I've been able to get, I don't know, I think it's like 70
more.
Yeah, it's
you
like 70.
Made your
yeah,
money back. You
yeah,
made your money back so far. You doubled your money.
And that's so far in. It hasn't even been a year since I bought this stock. So that's something that I do want to say. Sometimes you do have to take a risk, but be mindful of the risk. I ended up getting a source of income a little bit later, so I wasn't really tripping about those $100, but I never missed them. Even when I didn't have the money, like I never thought of it. Like how Hav says, it's almost like a savings. Like you just put that money in there. Now, of course, that's why you have to be very mindful and do your diligent research and, talk to people who know more than you, because you don't know everything. You can't just go based off of what you see on Instagram or Twitter. Yeah. You also have to do your research, because for me, I was seeing it on Twitter, but I was texting Carlos, like, what's going on here? What is this? And then, of course, our group chat, us trying to always invest money and trying to see how to make more money. The group chat turned into that as well. Like, get this, put money in this. And so, yeah, so it was a really interesting week. Someone was just like, I've only been trading stocks for 3 days, but I can tell you that I've never seen Robinhood this way.
What I was gonna say, bro, my screen time on Robinhood is criminal. But and in the last few weeks, and I'm on the same way with that meme. But what I was gonna say is influencing, and that Reddit influenced the GameStop thing to happen, and what made Bitcoin go up a little, went up, and now it's kind of flattened out. It's highs and lows. But it boosted up almost to 34,000 or 35,000 because Elon Musk simply just put Bitcoin as his bio. So that's why it's good to be in the market though too, because then you feel like that guy, like, fuck, what? There's people making money out here without you guys. And don't use your fucking logic sometimes. I thought GameStop, what the fuck? I haven't bought a physical game in so long.
And they are robbers.
Fuck? Yeah, and they went over here trying to charge me $4. Fuck y'all, I ain't buying no stock. Yeah, ha, motherfucker. Now they made more. Their stock is worth any game stock.
Bro, I used to be so hot when I would take Hav to GameStop so that he
come
can
there with 30 games.
Yeah, and he would
$18.
Yeah, exactly. What a fucking robbery. I would be in the back when he was they were telling him the prices, and he probably hated it, but I would be like, I can't believe that's how much they're giving you. This is insane. So moving along. So make sure. Okay, so big advice, guys. We are telling you guys, yes, to definitely invest, but to make sure that you do your homework, know what you are investing in, as well as do not go broke, because you just never know. Like how Hav says, if you cannot afford to lose the money, do not invest in it.
If it's the eggs or fucking buying some shit off of Robinhood, bitch, buy the eggs. So don't do it like that. Also, scare money don't make no money.
I know that's right.
And also the thing is you don't want to buy too soon, and you don't want to sell too soon, and this is a weird balance, and that's why the game is the game, and that's why motherfuckers is addicted to that stock game, and there's people that do that because that is a full-time job as well. So yeah, get someone that's informed. I think Audi actually gave another good piece of advice and value for you guys in this segment here. Talk to someone who knows more than you in this field. Yeah, it just helps you kind of get, and then that's how you should do everything too. If you
it's not just that, it's everything,
and apply that to everything.
Because you just never know what this person knows that you don't know, and how that can benefit you and your money in the long run. So you want to be very mindful of what and where your money is going to. So yeah, guys,
get on it.
Get on it.
Dang, Robinhood promo code here. Robin and Tiago's. Hit us up.
Well, we don't we get one? We can do the whole Robinhood
link.
Send,
put it in there.
Yeah,
we'll put the link in there. You never know.
You never know. You can get a free stock from us.
Yeah, we'll send you a free stock. Just download with the link below. Talking about that shit, right? We helping y'all out.
I haven't been able to, since that episode, the Busted Challenge, guys, went insane for all girls. I personally experienced an influx in my Instagram page. I was shook. My Busted Challenge video has over 125K views and over 4,000 likes. Never in my 9 years.
Y'all heard the intro.
Maybe a little bit. No, not 9 years. Maybe 10 years of having Instagram. I have never experienced that type of traffic, those type of numbers.
Those type of comments.
Nothing. People were being mean in those comments.
They're bullies.
They were so mean. I was so that's something that like you guys can see. Like I'm a very strong woman, and but something about somebody that you don't know saying something mean about you hurts. It's just like you don't even know me. Like, or like it's so like it's so uncalled for. You know what I mean? And I know that I'm not the only woman who experienced that during the Busta challenge, through the whatever challenge. Like there's always gonna be somebody who gonna be talking shit about you because they ain't like something because they couldn't do it. And what was funny to me is that these were grown men leaving these hateful comments on my page, on my video. And it's just like, yo, like you must be jealous that you can't do the challenge for you to come onto my page unprovoked. No one came at you crazy. You don't even got pictures on your profile. Like what's really good? Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm over here just having a great time. Like that was literally the only reason why I did the challenge, because it just looked like so much fun. It was so much fun to do, to post, to watch over and over again. But then it got to a point where it was just like too much. So I know that there's other women that went even more viral and their video is just everywhere. And you know, because of course they have bigger booties and were doing the most, and some of the girls were naked. One of my favorite ones was Chloe from Chloe and Halle. Which brings us to Hav talking about Chloe. So honestly, right now what's happening is that Chloe and Halle are separated, not like because they're separating as a group. Halle is actually recording, filming The Little Mermaid. Remember, she's going to be the Little Mermaid in the new adaptation of the film. It's going to be the live version of the film. So Halle's going to be playing Little Mermaid. That caused a ruckus. And
hopefully they don't brick with this one, because they've been bricking with those new live adaptations.
But you were the one who said that those aren't for us.
Yeah, true that.
Those are for like, you know, the younger, because like
You're right, but still it don't gotta be ass.
It don't.
Like what they did with Mulana. I mean, yeah,
Mulana. She from the hood. Mulan from the hood. From up the street. I've been having
She's Jamaicanese.
Remember finding out about that? Like finding out about Jamaicanese, and
I don't feel like that was an era, but it's not.
It you can say that it was like everybody, like it was kind of crazy how like everybody was Jamaicanese, but that's funny, she was Jamaicanese. And then finding out that even Nicaragua they have Chinese people, that was cool too. Yeah. So Chloe and Halle, like I said, they're not together right now because Halle is filming The Little Mermaid. So they actually made their own Instagram accounts. Since
it could be Chloe and Javi. Like, come on.
It goes well.
Rolls right off the tongue.
It rolls literally right off the tongue. Like I ain't even mad at you. I just thought of what Joe said about fucking Ashanti writing Hail Mary. Oh, that was funny because they both have Tupac songs, and so Joe was just asking like if she was the one who wrote.
I don't think I've seen that episode yet, but yeah.
Oh, that's a funny episode. So that was So okay, so Chloe is by herself right now because you know Halle is filming, and so they have their own Instagrams account. So Chloe has been turning the fuck up. First of all, she did the Busta challenge, and after her Busta challenge, it was just like game over. I don't even care about what none of you bitches have posted. It doesn't even matter to me. She did her thing, slayed, did amazing, and now she was just in the studio with Black and Justice, which is from LVRN. Yeah, LVRN. I'm really excited because I believe honestly any feature or any song that Black does with somebody else always is good.
That's a fact though.
I haven't heard a song that he has done as a feature that he isn't good. You know what song I was listening to today? The Your Turn with him and Ty Dolla $ign and this other artist. Like the name isn't registering in my mind right now. Which also brings us to it. What did you want to say about Chloe? Because for me, I wanted to say the Busta challenge and like her and Halle having their own Instagram pages and why. Then they're so cute because they like miss each other super like a lot because they're like, you know, they're sisters. It's like us being separated, you know?
Yeah. Nothing that she's super creative, you know, looks like she has a great head on her shoulder. But plus, like, no, man, like, of course, like, the whole busted challenge, seeing her do that, and her that type of, like, Claudia, remember I was talking to you. We had an off the mic conversation. It actually wasn't more. I was more on Hallie's side.
You were, but I was more on the Chloe because, like, I don't know,
No, you know, I ain't gonna say that because I ain't trying to mess up my interest. Nah, but like, well, at least like I like Hallie, I like Hallie the artist, but of course, like I feel like Chloe has this great production skill to her. She has like so much other talents as well, and I don't know. I think that they could do good solo as well.
Yeah,
and I think that this is a good case of that, and it's just nice to see someone kind of be them. Yeah, and that's what it is. It's like that self-confidence is the most sexy thing, you know, about it. You know, like, yeah, she did it, and of course, you know, like, she's a voluptuous woman, I guess you could say. Yeah, you know, curvaceous woman, you know, like, of course, so that's gonna cause a ruckus, but always, but more just on the, like, yo, this is me, you know, like, thing. And then she did the silhouette challenge, like,
she did the silhouette challenge, but it wasn't like the same song.
Nah, it
was just like a choreography. It was like,
just freaked it.
Yeah, it was something. It was
my beer.
It was funny because she did that, and then is when I started seeing the silhouette challenge. But she wasn't doing the silhouette challenge. She was just doing like a choreography that this girl did because the girl reposted on her page and said, "I can't believe that Chloe's doing my choreography." So it wasn't the silhouette challenge, which is crazy. The silhouette challenge, if you don't know what it is, it's like, it's kind of like the busted challenge, but instead of I said on Twitter yesterday that these challenges went from bare face to bare ass, because in this silhouette challenge, motherfuckers is naked. You seeing shadows of nipples, and you see dudes shadows of dicks, and listen, it's gotten pretty intense.
They done turned out TikTok.
They don't. Yeah, and then there's some couples who do it and they're fucking.
Oh, like in the silhouette?
In the silhouette.
That's kind of hard, though. I ain't gonna cap.
It is kind of hard, but TikTok, there are kids on TikTok. You know,
but
there are also kids on other social platforms. So
nasty.
I think, I think it's dope and it's cool to do, but it's also, you gotta be mindful, man. That's the thing. That's what fucks up a lot of people, is that you're not mindful. You're not fucking thinking about who is watching. And that's your problem.
Ain't that the whole word? Damn, babe. But first of all, and also that studio setup of hers, beautiful. Well, do you want to keep?
Chloe's. Yeah. I mean, I always admired both of them because I know personally that
they got the same keyboard as me too.
That they are the ones who are executive and producing and writing, and
that's a hell of a thing.
They're basically doing everything for their songs. So to have seen the video that Jav is talking about, to me, it was just like, oh, okay. Because I've seen her do a performance and she's doing the beat during the performance. Like, that's what Kanye does. That's what other greats do. And she's doing it at 22 years old. Like, fuck you mean? You know what I mean?
And, you know, Chloe's just been doing Chloe things, you know, I guess as of recently. And now it's just been more at more volume since the, you know, the busted challenge, I guess. And shout out, you know, like how Claudia was saying, you know, I seen this girl I was following, she got like fucking like 40 million views off that shit. Yeah. And that's like another stock that they like, that TikTok too. And a lot of people are saying what you're saying though too, Claudia, is like, yo, I've been on Instagram how long and I ain't get this type of love. I ain't get this type of interaction. So Instagram, you on the clock.
Yeah, it was crazy how that ended up happening. I would tell Jav, because so this is what happened. One night I looked at my number and it was at 9,000. And I was like, oh, wow. I mean, I saw the numbers going up, but I didn't know 9,000. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. The next morning I check and it's already at 10,000. So I'm like, oh, okay. Moving up, right? Probably like another 500 views from the night before. When I tell you guys that it went from 10K to 15K in less than 4 hours, that's what happened. I'm telling you. I'm telling you that's what happened. And it went from, I believe so, from 10K to 30K in less than 24 hours. It was something like that. And then it went to 60, and then now it's at 125, and it was funny because it would be like new notifications every single day, new followers, new comments, new people, new views, new this, new that. And then one day, like, it literally just ended. And it's fine. I'm not tripping. I'm not sad. It was just crazy to see the amount of traffic coming into my page, and then it just completely stopped. Like, it took a halt. I remember one day, and I believe it was because I feel like after 2 weeks, I guess the algorithm just changes for some people, and even for your videos, because imagine 2 weeks ago, for 2 weeks, that's how the numbers that it was doing. In 2 weeks, that's what it did, the 125K, maybe less than that, maybe less time than that. But by 2 weeks, it's already no longer in the algorithm. People are onto a new challenge. More content has been posted on my page because I'm taking advantage of the fact that I have new people on my page. So of course I'm going to be posting different things so that way they can see more of who I am. If you don't follow me on Instagram, my Instagram is Claudia Renee, 2 E's and then 2 underscores after Renee. Claudia Renee, RENEE __. Follow me. You can also follow Have 600, and guys, it is JAV 600, and his name is Hav. It's not Jav. So if you've been calling my brother Jav, you might catch these hands. What the cat?
Facts. No cap. No kizzy. Yeah. And plus, man, her bedroom too. My bad. Is just another place that another wonderland that I would.
You would like to explore?
I would like to explore. Yeah.
I feel you. Okay.
Just how does she get the lights like that?
How does she get the lights like that? That's
I just
funny.
want to know. I just want to know. Make sure no electrical wires are exposed, near her bed, because that could just be a devastating accident.
Yeah, that we just don't. You want to go check out to see what's going on over there?
Exactly. I just want
to make sure everything is copacetic.
Copacetic as possible. Yeah. Make sure she got a surge protector too, because she is running a lot of
Yeah,
things.
there's a lot of wires.
A lot of wires. Yeah.
No, I definitely feel you. Okay, so I guess I'll talk about what
talk about these raggedy ass hoes.
Raggedy.
Talk about these raggedy ass
bitches.
These ashy ass motherfuckers.
Ashy as fuck.
They dusty.
Dusty as fuck. Okay, so this past week, okay, so for those of you that know, I have been single for some time. For those of you that don't know, I'm letting you know that I have been single for some time. And last week, Jax asked me if there was a bae or whatnot, and I even told Hav, this was before anything happened, I told Hav that I did say yes that there was a bae, but I should have made clear that I am single. So I am single, still single. Yeah, like I was single when I said that, but I am okay. So another thing in dating in this time and era is that there's dating, talking, and then there's boyfriend, girlfriend, right? So in the dating, talking era, you don't really know. It's very clouded. It's very jaded. You don't really know what's going on.
Clouded is a good word.
You kind of also communicate, but at the same time, since you're not in a relationship, there's only so much that you want to communicate because you don't want to be that vulnerable with somebody who isn't even your partner, boyfriend, girlfriend. So so I wanted to make that clear now that that's out of the way. I was dating somebody for some time and it was going very well. Like I said, I was single for some time. I took a hiatus from dating. I ended up going on to the dating app world and enjoyed that. Got off of the dating app world, ended up dating somebody, catching feelings, hanging out, going through all of the motions of getting to know somebody, and even becoming vulnerable and becoming like because I am always myself, right?
First,
even when I am around other people, even new people, but there is levels to who I am. So yes, I am going to be myself when I first meet you, but as the relationship continues, you're just going to see different layers of who I am, right? You're not going to get it in the beginning. So that's something for me that I had to let go. I had to let go of the holding on to like my vulnerability, holding on to something that I had a friend of mine tell me a long time ago was, she said, you're so quick to have a hard face on, that people don't really get to know who you truly are, which is the sweetest, softest soul ever. Like, you're just so like hardcore. And she's just like, I just wish more people would see that. So this time around, I allowed someone else to see that part of me.
Oh, you allowed it, Claudia?
I did allow it.
Allowed it?
I was open to it. I was like I said, I was vulnerable. You kind of like bring your guard down a little bit.
You allow the devil in these doors, though.
I shouldn't have. I should have known. And so basically I end up literally this was last week, guys. So last Saturday, I end up seeing some shit that like broke my heart. Like, I cannot sit here and tell you guys that it didn't break my heart, or that I wasn't sad, or that it was
Love.
never knew what I was missing. See, now I just started laughing.
And I knew once I started creeping. Oh, my bad.
So that's the fucking OT Genesis version.
Yeah, back to the verses.
Yo, he was there. That was the
Verses,
best.
yeah.
Him showing up and singing that was one of my favorite things ever. That shit was fucking hilarious. Shout out to OT for that. West Side. Okay, so
some shit, you saw some shit that
yeah,
broke
so
your
I
heart,
saw
boom.
some shit that broke my heart, and I'm very straightforward. So I'm the type that if I see something, I'm gonna tell you that I saw it. And I'm gonna tell you, like, you know, you guys have heard a little the sound bite that we have that says I'm straight. But there you have it. But one of my favorite ones to say is the I'm good.
Rarely gets used.
Rarely gets used, but when it does,
When she slaps that ace.
when I say I'm good, that means I'm good, right? So I ended up seeing what I saw. Should I say what I saw?
Just say it.
Right?
Yeah,
Fuck it.
She we talked about should have cheated. Yeah, what you saw was.
Okay, so the person that I was dating for a couple of months, I would say like 5 months, I ended up seeing him kissing another woman.
Gasp.
Yeah. And
To the bitch.
yeah, okay. So, okay, right now my mind just processed me saying what I saw. So, and I share it because fuck it, you know what I mean? Like, this is like it's like
This happens to every.
yeah, like this happens. Like, this isn't something that like has only happened to me, is only gonna happen to me. Like, this is gonna happen to somebody else. It can even happen to me again, even though I've learned from the situation. Like, I can still experience
it can
this
happen
again.
to anybody. It's happened to the finest of people, the beautifulest people, right? The people that are in love for 20 years, people that are in love for 5 years, let alone 5 months. So keep on going.
And something that I find funny is that because, you know, somebody can say, well, that wasn't even your boyfriend, so like, why are you even tripping? No, bitch, what the fuck? Like, me and this person, we're building something.
You never built nothing before?
Yeah, like, you never built nothing before. Like, I didn't know this person, so of course the 5 months to me wasn't. Of course, I was getting to a point where like I couldn't do 6 months, like,
Of this
of like, we're not official, you know what I mean? I couldn't have gone 6 months of that. So God does everything for a reason, because this month was the 5th month. So interesting.
They don't even know.
They don't even know.
The angel numbers follow. Just know that. The lot.
So, but just think about it. Like, you know, you've invested time, a lot of time. To me, my time is extremely precious.
Facts.
Because I love my alone time. I love time with my family. I love time to be able to do the things that I love. I love time. Like how Hav says, him being grateful for time. I am grateful for time because I am in charge of it. I'm the one who allows people to either waste my time or not waste my time, or to spend time with somebody. Like, at the end of the day, no time is ever wasted because you learn something, right?
So they say.
But exactly. So they say, because for me, like,
What the fuck am I learning right now?
Exactly. I ain't learning shit, but that my heart is broken. So pretty much like how I've been feeling like these past couple of days has been, like I said, very heartbroken, but at the same time, my prayers were answered. Like, I would pray for clarity. I would pray to stop being confused, because I was getting to that point where I was confused, and I was even questioning, like, do you genuinely like this person, or is it because they are giving you attention that you haven't received before, at least at this amount? Is that the reason why you are possibly like holding on to this, even though there have been some red flags? And it's funny because there was so many red flags in the beginning. I could have started a gang war.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
On Paru?
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
That was hilarious.
So
I just don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means, but that's how many red flags there was. I could have started a gang war anywhere.
Or you was a referee with the red flags.
Yeah. So of course,
Yeah, I should have listened to Ignore. That's my song.
Oh, yeah. I was like, okay. I was like, that's your song, right? Because, like, yeah.
Because I say red flags in that motherfucker.
Yeah. So of course, so like, even myself, like, I'm very big on self-love. I'm very big on being self-aware, and I'm very big on like so many things. But like, even someone as strong as me, as powerful, I feel like people deem me to be, and very straight faced, and you know what I mean? Like, and like, even I hurt. You know what I mean? Like, even I get hurt. My feelings get hurt. I'm heartbroken. So I went through like all of the little stages of heartbreak, of like being sad and being sleep deprived. Lord Jesus, when I tell you that my sleeping pattern is horrible right now.
All the way fucked up.
It's all the way fucked up. Like, I've been going to sleep 2:00, 3:00 in the morning. Barely sleeping. Today, before I shot the podcast, was like the first time that I napped this whole week. Because honestly, and guys, this is going to be possibly like the first and last time that I ever talk about this, because it's just something that I cannot continue to dwell on, because life moves on. And yes, like, I felt like I was tried, but at the same time, like, you just got to move forward. So first, last time, if I bring it up again, it's because I believe I learned something new. And that also takes time as well, because sometimes I'm not sure if you can agree with me, even long after the breakup, or even long after you stop dating somebody, you still learn something like a couple months later, whether it be about yourself, whether it be about what you're going to tolerate, because sometimes it hits
Definitely.
you different. It hits you differently a month later.
Yeah.
Or a month later, you learn something or hear something that it's just like, oh, I could have used this.
Or learn something about yourself.
Exactly. So that would be the reasons why I would bring it up. But something that for me, I felt, and I'm going to share it on here because it's something that like I keep saying to my friends, and it is, you almost feel like you're in a dream. Like, for me, like, there are days that I wake up and I'm like, I dreamt that. That's not what, like, I didn't see that. I dreamt that. And so I think that's why I've been having the problem with sleeping, because like the dream,
you felt like you've been asleep.
Yeah, like I feel like I've been asleep, and so I'm like, no, I want to wake up. Like, what do you mean? So yeah, so that's something that I have been experiencing, the whole thinking that it's all a dream. Another thing that I have been experiencing is feeling like I'm in a parallel universe. Because you feel like yourself, but you just, okay. When I tell you guys that the last 5 months have been flashing in front of my eyes this past week, every single day, they have been flashing in front of my face the last couple of days. And so for me, all of the memories that like I think about, and like all of the times that like I spent with this person, etc., like all of that feels fake to me.
Not that the devil could the devil would tell you he's Jesus.
So it just
That's the bad part, but that's a little bit toxic too. You know, like as far as like villainizing them, and then maybe they did not have ill intentions and stuff like that. But I feel what you're saying.
I mean, definitely,
because like you're just like, yo, it's a lie, or like everything you was doing was like just to get more time with me, right? Because it goes back to that point.
Yeah.
Like, bro, like I gave you my time. Like this was the most, literally the most valuable,
thing that I could have given to you. Yeah,
I've given to you.
Yeah, exactly. So, and like how you said, like, because the last thing that there is no villain in this story. Like at the end of the day, like this person wasn't my boyfriend. This person, I mean, we were building something, and I feel tried, and I feel like her, and I feel like, damn, like I thought we were building something. I would have never done that to you. But you can never expect someone to treat you the same way that you treat them, or to even think about you in times when they should be thinking about you, because you would be thinking about them. Like if it were to come down to me and I'm seeing somebody and old feelings resurface and all of this bullshit that I was fed, like all of those things, like I don't know if I were to react the same way, especially knowing that I am single.
Bitch, I'm single.
You know what I mean? Like knowing that I'm single, like I'm dating somebody, but I'm single. So, you know, I'm going to do what I want. And so I feel like that's what this person did, and that's okay. And listen, one thing I ain't going to do is hold on a grudge. And I'm also going to accept your apology. Always. I'm going to accept your apology, but I ain't going to trust you.
And I'm good.
I am so fucking good, bruh. Like, I am so good. And, of course, you go through, like, the different stages. And then something that I have been experiencing is the whole, like, waiting for the message. You know, because you talk to this person every single fucking day. Every single fucking day. Every single fucking day you talk to this person. And then, you know, having to experience the first week of not talking to them at all.
Going through withdrawals.
Yeah, you're going through withdrawals. You're going through, like how I said, something that I've been experiencing. And I think I'm going to close it off with this, because I think I'm done sharing or even talking about this anymore. Is I'm having a hard time trusting my decisions this past week. So what do I mean when I say that? Since I was dating somebody for 5 months and they hurt me, betrayed me, whatever you want to say, it's like, wow, I made a trash ass decision.
That's the thing that also sucks. It makes you second guess your fucking judgment and your...
Yeah, like, do I even know? Am I even making the right decision in eating this? Am I making the right decision in doing this? And so the whole week, like, that's something that I have been struggling with. It's just like, damn, bitch, you seen the red flags and you didn't even do shit. Have you seen red flags somewhere else? You can't even make the right decision, because look at what you did. Look at you.
Do you even know what a fucking red flag is?
Yeah, do you even know what a red flag is? Like, do you even know it's going to make you happy? Do you even know what you...
Or you just always see yellow.
Exactly. So it was just so many different emotions. And so for anybody who has experienced this, like, listen...
Talk about a generational curse, though.
Oh, yes. So I ended up telling Hav about me feeling that I had broken a generational curse. And it was mainly because of the fact that my mother and my grandmother both were experiencing things with their men, my father and my grandfather.
Yes, those men.
Even on my dad's side, my grandmother went through that as well with her partner. And even some of my aunt has gone through some things with her ex-husband. So I feel good about myself, because I could have said, well, let's try to work this out. or yeah, I can move past this with you because I like you that much. No, I said, no, I no longer see you the same way that I saw you. All the times that I believed you, I don't believe those times anymore because I don't believe anything that you're saying because number one, I feel like you're already lying to me about who this bitch was because I'm not stupid. So what the fuck? You know what I mean? And yeah, so basically, like, I just felt like I had broken a generational curse because I just let go of that no matter how strongly I felt for this person. That to me didn't matter. What mattered to me, what was going to make me happy, and what was in my best interest. Because at the end of the day, nobody else is going to look clearly. Nobody else is going to look out for my heart. Nobody else is going to look out for my feelings. Like, of course, my family, they don't even care about my feelings either because they're rude to me too. So what's really good? Not talking about the one that's present.
I don't give a fuck. I'll be rude sometimes.
Yeah, no, you be rude as fuck, but I be rude as fuck to you too. So
that's how it is, man. Ain't no pussies around here.
Mama ain't raised no pussy or daddy. So yeah, so we're gonna wrap up this episode because we need to post this bitch.
Y'all need it, we gonna give it to y'all.
Exactly. Is there anything that you want to add to the episode, Hav, before we close out?
Say, RIP to everyone that we mentioned, and also just a special shout out, RIP to Little Peep. I've been on this wave, I've been talking about it, so I just guess wanted to say that. Also is that you are in control of your decisions, and Claudia, just how she was mentioning that she controlled in her decisions, she could have been that, but she stuck with her gut and said, I'm good. And also, don't let another motherfucker's opinion or their judgment second guess you, because you was always solid, no matter what. But that's the thing, though. That's the cheat code to this metric, though. You always gotta be solid. You can't be finicky and use this metric. If you just stay solid and then it's on them, guess what? They just lost the privilege into fucking with you and to doing business with you and going to where you're going, because we go, you all the way up. And ain't no Fat Joe here. And that was that last part. I killed it with that last corny part. But yeah,
I agree with everything that Hav said. And
except
guys,
all the way up part. At least I don't.
I agree with what Hav said, and that being said, guys, we're still in a pandemic. Shout out to our new president and vice president, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. The inauguration happened 2 weeks ago, if I'm not mistaken. Shout out to them. I am so grateful that we no longer have Trump in office because Lord knows. Back to where the country is going back to, like, somebody said it's not as strong racism. It's like a little bit of like more covered racism.
Yeah, that's just racism is backstepped on.
It's just like, oh, okay,
it's not uncut anymore.
It's not as cool anymore because of the president that we have.
The purity has gone down in the streets.
Listen, if you're a fucking racist, get your fucking life together, okay? This country is for everybody. This world is for everybody. And I'm tired of seeing my black friends going through some bullshit because of some racist ass motherfuckers out there.
Shit, and we going to Black History Month.
Fuck all y'all crackers. For real. Next episode, we going to Black History Month. We going to have, who we have next
we gonna celebrate. We going to celebrate all month.
Oh, yeah. We're going to celebrate all month. Of course. Listen, Black History is every single motherfucking month, okay? Be repping that shit more than mine.
Facts. Claudia got a black fist in her bio on Twitter.
Stop. No, I don't. Don't do that. All right, guys. But remember, we are still in a pandemic, so make sure that you wash your hands, wash your ass, drink your water, and mind your business. And for the 157th time in a motherfucking row, it's your girl, Claudia Renee, with my co-host, audiovisual engineer, House 600 in the building. And for the 157th time in a motherfucking row, bitch,
I'm straight.
We are out of here.
It's the ambition hour, baby. It's the ambition hour, baby. It's the ambition hour, baby.
All right, let's see these pictures.